Welcome to Adam at Anvil. My name is Adam, and today we're going to be painting a Warforged Titan from the Eberron Dungeons & Dragons setting. Now, the Warforged in this official setting are usually brightly colored with like golds and brass, a little gaudy looking. But today I'm going to be painting it a little bit more of an iron look, a little bit more darky, a little bit more beat up, scratched. This model that I'm painting is going to be more designed for a character that is being played in my Dungeons & Dragons campaign that I am running. This player is playing a Warforged that has a magical item that can temporarily turn them into a Warforged Titan, so I really wanted to make this model a little bit more specific towards them. And yeah, let's get to it. I'm going to be starting off with Citadel's Lead Belcher, and I'm going to be dry brushing this all over the Titan. I'm going to be trying to simulate a bunch of scratches against the armor, thus why I'm going to be dry brushing, as I'm really looking for the brush strokes to simulate the scratch marks against the Titan's armor. Next, I'll be using Citadel's Nun Oil to apply shading all over the model. This will really make the details stick out, and it will really emphasize a lot of the metallic bits on this Titan. Next, I'll be using Citadel's Dark Angel's Green, which is a very old base color from, I think, 5th edition Warhammer. But I'm going to be using this as a base coat for the eyes on this Titan. Next, I'll be using Warpstone Glow as the next shade, trying to make the eyes a little bit brighter for the Titan. I'm not trying to make them too brightly, as the character's description, the Titan does have dark green eyes. Next, I'm going to be painting, there are these rune stones on the side of the Titan, around the head area. I'm going to be starting off with Macragge Blue, as I'm going to be trying to make a gradual highlight of sort of like a blue arcane glow around these runes. Next, I'll be using Kaldor Sky, as I will be brightening up the blue a bit. I'm definitely going to be starting to slowly pull back on these brighter colors, as I want to make sure I have the darker shade underneath. The next shade I have here is Calgar Blue. And next I have here is White Scar, which I will be mixing with Calgar Blue to make a really light pale blue, which I will be using to edge highlight each of the little runes on the side of the Titan here. Next I'll be using Sterling Mud, and I'm going to be slapping this all over the base. And while the mud dries, we're going to be using Citadel's Blood for the Blood God, as it is a perfect blood color that I'm going to be smearing this all over the blade of the axe to sort of simulate this Titan had a fresh cut into whatever unfortunate soul he just cleaved. I apologize, I have forgotten to record a few colors into this, but here I will be using Zambezi Desert, and following up here I'll be using Dawnstone. If you watched my previous video, you know what I'm doing here. I'm placing this down on the mud to gradually brighten up the Dawnstone for these rocks that is on the base of this model. Next, I'll be using the contrast of Dark Angel's green. I'll be using this on all the places that I left just the brown mud color, as I'm going to be, well, as well over some of the Dawnstone. I will be using this to sort of give like a mossy color underneath the, on the base of the model here. Now I return back with Dawnstone to sort of brighten up some of the edges here on these rocks. And next I'll be using the Corax White, the chalk paint, as I like to call it, just ever so slightly adding it to the edge highlighting of the rocks, just to brighten up just a few areas. Then after I glue this model to its base, I'm going to be adding some shrubs to the black part of the base, just to have a nice foliage rim. And there we are. I really enjoyed painting this Warforged Titan. I think it is a very awesome model. I know my players are going to love it when it's on the tabletop. And I really experimented here. I don't do a whole lot of dry brushing, which I think that turned out well. And I'm really going to be trying to experiment more with a lot of shading as in starting with dark colors and building up to those brighter tones. Um, I see it a lot on a lot of other models that people paint, and I think that it looks good, so definitely something I'm going to be experimenting with. If you enjoyed what you watched, make sure to leave a like, leave a comment, constructive or criticize, and if you enjoyed what you watched, please subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Alright, thank you very much.